I love history. You can see where we've come from, where we're going, although that can be a bit depressing, actually, when people forget. And you can see the same mistakes being made over and over again. My interest in history tends to be quite a number of years before Christ and or during his lifetime, that particular era, the last century BCE and the first century CE. But today we're heading into the 19th century. When I get irritated, I have a habit of using the word twat, which is a mispronunciation of the word twat. It's meant to be said with a short A, as in bat, cat, etc., etc., as opposed to Latin butt. But anyway, Robert Browning was a fascinating figure, and for so many reasons, from his life to his poetry to the way that he praised his wife Elizabeth Barrett Browning's poetry and loved her dearly. He's also known for a poem called Pippa Passes, in which he misuses the word twat, but in such a cute way of putting it. He doesn't understand that it means something else entirely, and basically confuses it for headgear. So a twat hat. And the poem, that the line is, then owls and bats, cowls and twats, monks and nuns in cloisters and a cloister's moods, adjourn to the oak stump pantry. It can sound slightly dirty to the modern ear. There are, just like the word ejaculate, which we all know what ejaculate means, but it's used in a different context, as opposed to emissions of semen, but ejaculations in this case meaning you have a sudden moment where you speak out and you show your surprise. Aunt Mary and Tom Sawyer ejaculates, but not in the sexual context. Sherlock Holmes has a habit of doing it. Watson has a habit of doing it in the Sherlock Holmes books, and once he ejaculates out the window. I'm sorry. So the modern ear can really, it can either take something that's meant to be innocent and turn it into something really odd, or it can take something that's actually a rather cute, adorable mistake and turn it into something a little, wow. Just wow. So I will be posting a few links to Mr. Browning and his poem Pippa Passes, which is the poem that gave us the phrase, God is in his heaven and all is right with the world. And I suppose that in this time, being able to take a look at bizarre mistakes in poetry and still see the rather adorable innocence, and to have a good giggle over something that just sounds filthy. The other day for me it was when someone was like, I know you like old fridges and appliances, would you, if you ever get your own house, would you buy a refrigerator like this? And the brand name was Smeg, S-M-E-G. Which put me into a burst of giggles and a wonder that they never use that in advertising, because they know what everyone is thinking by now. But anyway, so get on your twat hat and party down, dudes. Love y'all.